Alright, if you've been looking to buy coilovers, you've no doubt come across the option to upgrade to Swift springs. In this video, I'm going to explain what Swift springs are and why they cost $300 to $400 more when upgrading your coilover kit, and whether you should actually opt for this option or if it's a complete waste of money. So Swift Springs is a Japanese company from Tokyo, Japan, which was founded in 1997. Now, Swift Springs themselves are actually the motorsport division of a company called Tokyo Hatsujo Manufacturing, which have been making springs since 1924. So these guys have actually been in the game for a while. They're not exactly new to this, and they decided they wanted to make the world's best spring in practically every regard, and that's what they set out to do and arguably achieved with Swift Springs. So what is the point of actually buying Swift Springs? What do they do better than every other coilover spring, on the market that comes with every other kit? So I'm going to go into all the benefits that come from Swift Springs and what they do better than basically every other spring. So the thing that makes Swift Springs special is that they actually use a special material called HS5.TW, and this is a steel alloy that they actually invented to make their springs more responsive and lighter and less prone to sagging than basically any other spring on the market. And the benefit of using this is actually that they have less coils in their springs for the same length and spring rate compared to other springs on the market, which means that they're actually lighter. And as a result of that, they're actually also more responsive because they react faster and smoother than practically any other spring that they're compared against. So that's one of the major benefits. Now, another thing is that they actually feel softer at the same spring rate than any other spring. So what that means is, let's say for instance, you get a 12 kg Swift spring, it's going to feel like a 10 kg regular spring of basically most other manufacturers. So what you get is you get the performance benefits of the 12 kg, or arguably even slightly more than the same benefits, but you get the comfort of, let's say, a 10 kg spring, so the ride's going to be more comfortable as well as being more responsive. So basically it's a win-win in every regard. Other than that, the other thing they have that's big beneficial is they don't sag, and this has been proven with many tests that their springs are actually super reliable. So what happens is with most springs, if you're not aware, is that once they're in the car for a while, over time, especially over years, they tend to sag and they drop a bit lower and lower. Whereas Swift springs have been shown to have practically zero or very, very little sag compared to any other spring. And so that's another major benefit. And last one is that they actually have more consistent spring rate throughout the entire stroke. So basically what happens is, as you compress the spring, yes, let's say it's rated at 12 kg, that's basically the average rate throughout the whole stroke of the spring, but it's going to change slightly. And so springs that are not as consistent are going to change that rate as you compress the spring and come back. Whereas Swift springs are much more consistent in practically every other spring. Throughout that whole range, they're going to stay relatively consistent to the actual rating that they are. So these are all the pros to Swift springs. So are there any cons? Well, there's only one con that I know of, and that is that they cost a bit more. That's literally the only con that I'm aware of Swift springs. You're gonna pay, if let's say you buy a BC Racing coilover kit, it's usually around $1,200. You can expect to pay, I believe it's $320 for the upgrade. It might be $400, depending on which coilover kit you get. It's between $300 to $400 to upgrade to Swift springs. That is literally the only downside of Swift springs. You're gonna pay a little bit extra to get them, but basically everybody who's spent that extra money has been super happy with the fact that they did, and everyone who hasn't and then has ridden in a car with the equivalent coilover kit but with the Swift spring upgrade, wish they bought them. So if you're looking to buy coilovers for your car and you are considering getting the Swift spring upgrade and you have the money to do it, then it's a good idea to do it for both comfort and performance reasons. So whether you want street comfort or you're looking for performance, basically Swift springs do both, which is actually a very rare thing that there's a part that does both better. These do both, and so whichever one of these you want, get the Swift springs and it's going to make your suspension a lot better. So that's basically it for Swift springs. That's all you need to know. Basically, if you have the money, just get them. That's it. If you have any questions about this though, put them in the comments below and I will answer them. Otherwise, if you're looking to buy coilovers for your car with Swift springs, you can head over to nefariousracing.com. We've got a wide range of coilovers from BC Racing, Fortune Auto. We're adding Reaction, 5.8 and a bunch of other brands as well, and we can do the Swift spring upgrades for you too on those coilovers, or the ones that offer it at least. And so if you want to get them for your car, car, head over there. If you're not sure what exactly you need for your car, we've got a bunch of forms on the website where you can send us an email and we will recommend you the best coilover kit for your car depending on your needs and your budget. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Catch you on the next one.